the corporations or if corporate America is not bailed out writ large, what happens to the banks?
Yeah, well, good morning. And that obviously becomes problematic, right? I mean, when you're in an environment where the economy is essentially on hold, that's going to become a problem for companies and therefore the banks. It's essentially, I look at the banks as a proxy for the economy because they provide the liquidity that keeps the economy going. And if no one is doing anything, if that end customer demand isn't there, if Main Street's demand isn't there, that's going to be a problem for the banks. Now, as I look at it here, and like it or not, if you're investing in financials, you have to have a macro opinion. My macro opinion is that, I believe in America and really do expect our economy to pull through this. So I think we'll get through this, in a reasonable amount of time. But to the extent that we don't and kind of the economy remains shut down, that would potentially become a big problem for the banks, but as I say, at least to me, that's a pretty low probability at this point.
Do you have any anxiety, one way or the other, about this issue of the discount window and the banks that are all going to it together in solidarity? But as Wolf was just reporting, clearly certain banks are maybe having a little bit more trouble than others.
No. I mean, it's when you look at the banking industry and a lot of the big banks, I mean, they are so much stronger with respect to capital liquidity and arguably as strong as they've ever been. That's kind of unique as you come into a crisis-type situation for them to be that strong. Historically, in one area or the other, the banks have typically been over-leveraged and kind of, tight on liquidity. That really isn't the problem now. So I don't think the stigmatism that really is too bad or negative. And it kind of does come through to the how can we get the kind of the fundamental economy through kind of this virus-induced shutdown.
So, Jeff, final question. If you're an investor out there, are you suggesting that people effectively catch what may look like at least a falling knife at this moment?
I think it's a good time to start buying selectively kind of in bank land. Certainly possible that we'll see additional declines in the near term. You could even say likely, but I don't know exactly how you call a bottom when a virus as opposed to a hard economic facts is kind of driving the downside. So I think, call it 6 months from now, 8 months from now, we're going to look back on the current valuations of bank stocks and think they look pretty attractive. So I think it's time to start wading into kind of your higher quality franchises with strong balance sheets.